My heart can't be any more prouder. Truly a legacy being written. May I now request Padma Shri Prosenjit Chatterjee, our very own Boombada, to join us on stage, please. It feels so great to honor Padma Shri Prosenjit Chatterjee with the prestigious Shiromoni trophy. What a memorable evening. May I please urge the audience to keep applauding because this man truly deserves all the applause. There's a special gift hamper from ITC, a sweet hamper from Hindustan Sweets, a gift hamper from Nuria, gift voucher from Shri Balaji Panthishala, and of course, flowers bouquet courtesy, flowers for you. And last but not the least, we have the BCC&I memento to honor the industry. Come on, audience, where's the energy, where's the applause? I can't hear it. Can we please have the resounding round of applause? Thank you so much, presenters. We would now move on to the Fireside chat featuring Padma Shri Prosenjit Chatterjee in conversation with Mr. Samrat Ghosh. Over to you, Samrat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be in a conversation with a legend who has not only defined Bengali cinema for the decades, but at the same time has continuously reinvented himself with the changing times. From being a matinee idol to a nuanced performer and a visionary producer, Mr. Prosenjit Chatterjee represents the rare blend of legacy, adaptability, and artistic courage. What makes his journey extraordinary is not just the longevity, but the ability to evolve with shifting audience taste, new format of storytelling, and the rise of the modern platform. His career, in many ways, mirrors the transformation of the film industry. Today, rather than revisiting the well-known milestones that we all are aware of, we aim to delve into the mindset of this icon, his artistic evolution, his strategic choices, and entrepreneurial outlook that have kept him relevant across generations. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin our conversation with one and only Mr. Prosenjit Chatterjee. Bhumada, very warm welcome. So before I ask you the question, would you like to say something to this fabulous crowd who is present here?
Well, good evening. Honestly speaking, of course, I was very closely associated with the BCCI and this kind of, I'm a little speechless. And it's a time which, of course, I have been working for last more than 40 years as an actor, as a worker from the film industry, I will say. I just wanted to believe that this is my industry, and not as an individual, with the entire team of Bangla cinema, rather I will say Indian cinema, I always thought that this is an industry and we have to grow. So today I'm sitting with all the entrepreneurs and all very important people, and I've been closely associated with BCCI for a long time. I've been telling them that please, let's also have a chambers for our film industry, which is just not Bengali maybe. Uh, Later on, we can think about entire East. And now we are talking about pan-India. So I think BCCI is one of the platform where a lot of great, good things can happen. And I'm really grateful and thankful to you all for calling me here and giving me this honor. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pumada. So my first question to you is that you have witnessed multiple eras of Bengali cinema, right from the single screen dominance to the current OTT disruption. If I may ask you, suppose if you have been given a choice of changing 3 structural changes in the current film ecosystem, what would those 3 structural changes that you think is relevant to make our industry to compete globally?
This is a very difficult question. Honestly speaking, I think let's start from this. Like, I know there is a lot of technology which has been changing with time to time. And as you know, Samrat, that honestly, when I started my career, I started with black and white film, and the camera used to be different. With my journey, I had seen digital getting into it, and we started doing films in digital. The release has changed. We used to have reels. But my only one point, not for the 3, maybe, my one thing is very important for me when it comes to cinema. I mean, we all know that long back, Ray did a film called Gopi Gain Bagabai, and I'm sure a lot of people in this house had seen it. He never thought to do a Gopi Gain Bhagavan with today's technology, but till now, when we watch the film, we equally enjoy it. I think for cinema, the most important thing is whether it is a Bengali cinema or we have to reach out to the Indian audience, which is now been told as a pan-Indian film, or internationally. I think the most important thing that we need to identify the story which is more rooted. That is number one. Let's not try much to take things from others. We should have our root in the story, in the script, in the, that's one thing. Of course, we have an opportunity now. In fact, right now in the afternoon, I was sitting with a team. We were planning a film where it's a little, I'll say, not a regular Bengali film. We are trying to do a really big film because as of now, you being from television industry, I have seen a lot of changes. Like, it was only cinema and theater was the entertainment. Later on, television came. So it was again a challenge for people who are going and buying tickets for cinema. And then, of course, OTT, now you have so much of entertainment in your telephone, in your iPhone or in your phone. So I think the screen had increased. To get people inside theater itself is a big challenge now. So I think we need to also to identify right people, which is going to be the future, is AI. We can't deny that. But that was the discussion we were having this afternoon, that technology, it can enhance, everything is fine, but end of the day, it is the subject. So my only, and I've been telling this, I think Bengal, right now, I can say Bengal and Marathi, but I'll talk about Bengal. We are one of the most read, our literature is very, very strong, very strong. I think we should work more on literature to make our film international. I mean, long back, Ray did Charulata. So, like, I think till today, when we go in any of this international platform, I feel really proud to see that it's only Ray, Ghatak, and Sen on back of ours, their posters, their pictures. When we represent India in international film festivals, wherever it is, Cannes, Toronto, wherever I had seen, when it comes to Indian pavilion, we either see a Charulata or we see a Mrinal Sen, we see a Ghatak. So that, we shouldn't miss that. I will surely say that we should improve our technology, we should do big films, we should improvise on many other things, but to reach out to the international audience, we need to do a film which is more rooted, which is more original.
Thank you, Bombada. So the key
Thank you.
takeaway from the discussion that I had with you just now is that one has to be rooted in their approach, authenticity. You spoke about being open to AI. At the same time, more focus on the homegrown literature that we have, that rich legacy of literature that we have. Fantastic, Bombada. So, Bombada, my next question is that, you have been part of this industry for more than 4 decades now and have played many characters, right from your character in Amar Shungi to much later Shankochil, Moner Manush, and of late, Kaka Babu and many more. So my question to you is that at what exact moment in your career did you stop acting to impress the audience and start acting to satisfy yourself as an artist? And how did that psychological shift change your choice of role and risk taking?
Let me be very honest. Till my last breath, I want to satisfy my audience. And that's the reason I'm here. When I did my Chotto Jigyasa, when I was 5.5 years, I honestly don't know what really happened. That was I was a child, so I did that film. But later on, when I started my career, it was too early. When I was around 17, I did my first romantic film called Duti Pata when I was just 17.5. Then nobody casted me because I was too young. People used to say, how can we cast you? You're a boy. So yeah, then I struggled again, then till Amar Shungi, of course. And, but honestly, Samrat, I will tell you one thing. Yes, right now I can say post 2013, of course, I had changed my, I do my film till now for my audience, but I had changed the path. Because in one point of time, I just thought, like Sachin Tendulkar, that this is a space for my younger generation, and everybody knows about it. So yeah, I don't mind doing a mainstream film, but that particular mainstream zone, which I have done more than 300 films, I very cautiously, I wanted to move out, and I wanted to do some work which will also be noted not only in Bangla audience, which I had received also, to reach out to a larger audience with my Bengali film, and which I sincerely been trying for last 12, 13 years. And yeah, I think till my end, I will be looking for a good character which I have not done. Now the challenges are more with my directors, whether it is Kaushik Ganguly, Srijit, when they come to me and they say, what else? What else we should offer you? Because I've been traveling as an actor also with the characters, but till now, believe me, every morning when I get up, my first thing which I think about is what I have not done yet. It's my day-to-day search for one character which I can live on. It can stay for a long time. So I think for me, till my last day, I will do my work as an actor, only as an actor, to satisfy my audience. But I'm blessed, you just mentioned about Kaka Babu, how this Kaka Babu came in my life. I used to visit lots of social gatherings, social places, where kids used to come and say, you're Prosenjit, I've seen you in television. Yeah, young kid, one day I thought, I don't do anything for them. People know me, but I have not done anything for the kids. But today, after this is my fourth Kaka Babu, which is running right now, whenever I go for a social gathering, it's not a filmy gathering, I'm talking about social, normal gathering, the kids come and tell me, where is your crutch? Where is your that mustache? So they recognize me not as Prosenjit Chatterjee, as Kaka Babu. I think that's a gift for me. That's a blessing for me. The kids, they doesn't know who am I, how many films I have done, but they are just fan of my that particular brand, Kaka Babu. So they come and talk to me. So what I feel nowadays, which you mentioned also, that my audience who is going to go to the theater maybe for Prosenjit's film, but when they come out, they must say it is Robi Rai Chaudhary, or they must say it is Lalon, or they must say it is Netaji, not Prosenjit Chatterjee. So I try my best to be the character.
So again, the two key takeaways for me from this conversation is that, staying hungry for meaningful characters which should have the ability to engage with the audiences and embracing the path of consumer centricity are the two key things which Bumbada spoke about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I will tell you something, I've learned it from Mr. Bachchan also, whom we have a lot of respect, and from Soumitra Chatterjee. They are my two iconic, I'll say for me, they are my two gurus, just not as an actor. How they handled their career. I mean, till last day, Soumitra Chatterjee, who had started his career, he had given a lot of super hit film till his last day. And with me, I have done a film, I was blessed. His last film with me was Moiraki. You all know about it. It was one of the most talked film all over the North Bengal, I'll say nationally also. So I've learned a lot of things from them. Soumitra Chatterjee doesn't need to prove anything. There was a time when I took Srijit in Bombay, and normally when my trailer comes out, I try to show it to Mr. Bachchan, and I was in Bombay, so I told him, sir, I want to come and show you my trailer. So Srijit was with me. So he told Bumbada, I want to come with you. We all went to his place. After watching Zulfika's trailer, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan just told to Srijit Mukherjee, Srijit, I am Amitabh Bachchan, I also can act, think something good for me. I mean, who am I? So we have learned from them, and I'm a student, so I want to learn till my last day.
Fantastic, Bumbada. So my next question to you, Bumbada, is that beyond acting and production, what is one unrealized entrepreneurial ambition you still carry? Something you would pursue if you were not Prosenjit Chatterjee, the superstar, but simply a creative entrepreneur starting afresh today?
It's truly a very difficult question, because as you know Samrat very well, you have been with me for a long, long time, since morning until my, even in my dream, I only dream my cinema, whether it's Bengali or whatever, but I eat cinema, I drink cinema, I eat cinema, I sleep with my cinema. So it is difficult to think something else. But yes, I mean, maybe what I really miss is right now, again, it's cinema, related with cinema. I miss my single theaters, because there was a time when our film, not only Bengali, I will say throughout the country, single theater used to be our hub, where we used to get that audience coming in, buying tickets in black. So that was the time. Now it is missing. Again, the new technology has come. I really want, not as an actor, but maybe a part of cinema also, to build around 2,000 cinema hall throughout West Bengal. I think that's one a business is there, but it's again my personal try and contribution to my Bengali cinema.
This is my last question to you, Bumbada. We are running short of time, so Probably we have to round it off with this last question.
Nice talking to you.
Yes. So, Bhumbada, having evolved from a romantic hero to a content-driven performer and a producer, how do you consciously reinvent your relevance? Do you follow audience pulse, instinct, or a data-driven storytelling in today's OTT era?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, audience pulse we can't understand, honestly speaking. But fortunately, I don't know, because I always wanted to be with my audience. There are a lot of family in enter West Bengal. Why do I say West Bengal or the world? That people from my family, maybe the mother had seen my film when I did my Amor Shongi, later on a daughter, and maybe now the teenagers, they're watching my films. So for that, to be relevant with them, I need to understand changes happening and their psyche. So that's what I honestly do with my heart. It's not that I have my team to tell me this is what to do and this is not, because now there are a lot of professional people around you who manages you. But we are from that generation where whatever we have done from our emotion, from our heart, and we wanted to understand what audience is looking at. I'll just give an example that when multiplex was coming up, Samrat, there was a film called Chokher Bali, which Ritu did long back. Otherwise, we were not getting fit into the multiplex. I'm talking about mainly Bangla cinema. Then I was searching for a right film, right director, a right kind of a movie. And suddenly I got a film called Autograph. The director was absolutely fresh. Srijit was new with the Anupam Roy, who was a new composer, singer. But I understood this is a film might change and cater to this today's youth, 30s generation, but they are not coming to multiplexes to watch our film. And Autograph was a game changer, right? So I think to understand audience is one of your part of your profession, and you need to also change the language of cinema, your pattern of acting with the time. The kind of cinema we used to do maybe 30, 35 years back. Today, we have to understand with the OTT, people are watching international films. It can be Spanish, Korean, English, of course. The exposure is terrific now. I mean, a normal person even know about what the kind of a cinema is happening throughout the world. So we need to understand that exposure is something we have to also identify that kind of a subject to cater to this new genre of audience, new generation. So for that, it's a continuous process. Every day, you have to learn, you have to gain some kind of a experience. Yeah, cinema is something which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's not that if something is not working, means that it is a bad film. Maybe we have to try for the next, but we need to understand the pulse of the audience, that's for sure. Because OTT is something, again I'm saying, with my conviction, a lot of things will come and go. But even after 100 years, people will talk about cinema. That's not going to die. The magic of cinema, big screen, is going to be there. OTT, television, this is part of your family. It has become part of your family now. It's your time, you can watch the thing. But buying a ticket, going with the family and getting an experience of watching a film on big screen is going to be there. But yes, for that kind of a cinema, we need to do maybe a film which is a little big in terms of visual, so that people also get a visual experience. The pattern of cinema could be different, but I think cinema is going to be there always.
Thank you, Bhumbada, for sharing such candid and insightful thoughts with us.
Thank you so much.
And it's an honor to have had this conversation with you. And I wish you all the best for your future endeavors, be it creatively or entrepreneurial journey that you are going to embrace
Thank you
in
so
your
much.
future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.